Fantastic.
And we're live. What's
and
up, everyone?
We fired Braden.
Braden is no longer with us, but we can't get rid of his window for some reason. It's forever there.
That works. I don't know how to do that.
I usually have to mute him because he'll do the whole thing where he tries to say "and we're live."
I could drive over there and physically
and just
turn it
hang
off.
up the call.
Yeah.
Might as well just do it from his podcast window at that point.
Yeah. Just do it on a scene.
Two birds, one stone. Is that what they?
Guys, Austin is here, joining us from Austin.
That's correct.
They named the city of Austin after
Named the
this guy.
city, the school, and the woodworking festival after this man.
And we're live.
So annoying.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah, if you guys don't know who Austin is, he is the brains behind several big things like the Austin School of Furniture and the woodwork.
Dallas.
Yeah, and the woodworking. Sorry, the Texas Woodworking Festival. I called it a woodworking show, and it just felt dirty because the woodworking shows have unfortunately died a very quiet death. I feel like.
Didn't you also have a small role in Goonies?
And Goonies?
Yeah.
I can't say that I remember
Austin,
that.
there was an Austin in there.
I'm like, where's Dan
Well,
going with this?
Oh, in Lord of the Rings.
I think you're thinking of Austin Powers.
No. That's a different Austin. You're an actor named Austin, yeah?
I've definitely.
This is an awful joke that I can't.
Dan's
bring
just
together.
gonna keep going.
You don't know how to get yourself into and or out of this
Out of a
joke,
joke.
do you?
Yeah.
waiting for
Hold
the
on, now I
punchline
have to
on
look
that
up the
one,
name, the actor named Austin.
I'm sure there's a few out there.
No. He's a very.
Oh, are you Stone Cold?
Steve?
Yeah, I've slimmed down a bit recently.
It's called debulking.
Sean Austin. That's Sean Astin.
It's
Sean
not even
Austin?
spelled right.
Sean Astin?
I apologize for
I was-
Dan.
I was way off.
Quite a bit
Can
more
we-
hair than I do, but
Can we start over? Can we just
No.
start this whole thing over?
No, we're doing it
No
live.
take backs.
Son of a.
Oh, I should put my a little
And we're live again.
Sutton. I have just a mess behind me, and I don't care.
Just,
That's,
just a
you got to
mess.
learn to put your mess to where it's not in the screen.
You know what?
I mean?
I should.
My
You're
mess
right.
is like there.
Why do you think I only shoot from the nips up?
The nips up.
I keep
Because
I keep
down
my
here
mess
it's just a giant mess.
just chaos.
I guess I could just
So much
like,
food.
get in with. Oh wait, no, the other way.
Oh,
There we go, a
that's
little tighter.
worse. That
I
was
know.
bad. We've seen it.
Listen, look me in the eyes.
No.
Oh god, the weird pixelation. You can
Oh,
see all my
no.
pores. I hate it. Ay. All right. So let's see. We're live. Everyone's in the chat. Beautiful. I forgot
We're-
to put.
All in the chat.
And everybody's already thumbs up to the live, right?
Yes, everyone should have already.
Yeah.
All right. So, Austin, I think we have a couple of questions that came in. I'm assuming for you, and I got some questions. You got some splaining to do.
You
So-
got some splaining to do.
And then if anyone has any last minute questions, you guys can call them in now. 1877 AWP for kids.
1877 who dis?
Oh, you guys might not know that one. Do you guys know about the Cars for Kids thing? Or is that a New York thing
What?
only? Or
What?
oh,
Cars for
dude,
kids.
dude, we have this like local radio and TV jingle that is it's basically the song that never ends. It gets stuck in everyone's head.
Oh, the
please
one
don't.
that just goes on and on, my friends.
It's basically it's 1877 Cars for Kids, KARS Cars for Kids, because they of course misspelled it to be cute. It is like ingrained in everyone in New Jersey and New York. We hate it. If we ever hear those numbers, we get triggered. So you're welcome, everyone from those regions.
called JG Wentworth.
Oh, that's a good one too. It's my money and I want it now.
Oh,
You
that's
have
not just a Midwest
structured
thing?
settlement and you need cash now. Call
By the
G-
way, Austin,
Wentworth.
the pre-show, it's all nonsense.
Yeah, it's basically all nonsense.
This
Figured
is
that.
To,
Yeah.
to be
It's
fair,
nonsense.
the podcast is also mostly nonsense.
But it's
Essentially,
structured like JG Wentworth.
what we thought, I like that. I like what you did there. We basically were like,
Nailed it.
you know, we prep for the show every week, and there's a bunch of nonsense and jokes that that never make it into the show. Because once you say it once, you can't say it again. So we're like, oh, why don't we just start live streaming, all of us prepping live, reading questions for the first time or listening to voicemails for the first time without pre-screening them. Nothing could go wrong, right? So
Of course.
yeah, we have we have some rogue listeners that like to take advantage of that. Alex Adams.
Rogue
Not to call-
listener, which we've hyphenated to Rizzlers.
The Rizzlers.
Rizzlers.
Is that what we're calling them now?
That's what they are. They're the
We didn't-
Rizzlers.
we
Nobody's
didn't
used
take a
that word
vote on this.
before. I don't do votes. I just do executive orders.
I don't like that.
Too soon.
It's probably a good way to test things out, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Guys,
Just-
test the walls, see where it crumbles.
You just got to do it live. That's it.
Okay, yeah.
Let's see. I need to link. We jumped into this so fast. I didn't even like link your school or the festival. So I'm doing that now.
So you're saying if we click link in bio, it goes nowhere?
It goes nowhere.
Is there
Who
even a
is this?
bio?
Who is this link in bio?
Ooh.
Who's Lincoln?
Lincoln.
And what's he bioing? Also, whoever runs your social media, or if it's you, very impressed because I feel like the second I post a story, it is reposted. Anytime I tag you guys.
Interesting. Yeah.
Is it you running it or someone else?
Yeah, I mean, there is nobody else, but I don't feel like I do a good job. I'll take that as a compliment. I
Then
think
stars just aligned a couple times and let the myth go on.
Nah, he leaves me on red all the time. Oh, this guy again.
well, that's on purpose. I did see it, but chose to.
See, I was
I
gonna
understand.
say the opposite. He's not doing great because he's posting it fast enough that I know he's not watching the whole thing, which means he has no idea where it's going. He just knows he's tagged.
Ooh,
We're
That is
in.
that is
I
true.
noted.
Totally
Buckle-
guilty of that.
I won't take
Buckle up.
advantage of that.
Oh dang it! I lost the link that I had.
Like the entire back half of my story today was really just me plugging my trash cryptocurrency that I created today. Are the chairs included? See?
Braxton coin.
Braxton coin. It's not a bad name. Not a bad name.
Dan dollars.
I mean,
Dan dollars.
no, they'd be like Danaroos or something.
PD
I want
pennies.
them done bucks.
done bucks.
How many dunnies equal $1
Ooh.
US dollar?
10,000.
A dunny sounds like
That's
an award
definitely
you'd win in the
Australian
office.
coins.
That's like
There's
the,
100% a
Dundies.
coin.
it's like the
Yeah.
Dundies.
Coin in Australia.
Oh,
called
Austin, are you an
a
Office
dunny.
fan?
I am, yeah.
Oh,
Nice. You'll
I
fit right
saw
in.
the back of John Krasinski's head one time in person. That's my
Wow.
celebrity office connection.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah,
Very
What
cool.
were you doing?
Is the back as good as the front?
pretty much the same. Yeah,
My friend Josh Hescott made a table for Angela
Oh.
Kinsey.
Really? Oh, that's right. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
yeah.
Was it a table or a
No, it's a
board?
cutting board.
Cutting board?
Yeah, and they like opened it up on live stream or something, and Dan was
Yeah.
immensely jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm a huge Office fan.
He
So that's my
basically
claim
he
to
started
fame.
a series. He says, "I'm making a cutting board until she
I'm-
notices me." Right?
One Kevin Bacon away from Angela Kinsey or whatever. 6 degrees of
Separation.
Josh Hescott or something.
It's a long way to say that you don't know her.
Yeah, you follow them on Instagram.
All right, let's see
It's close to done.
who is in this chat. Yes, that max read, that conversion rate does check out. Dunbucks are very. It's like no, what's that? What's the currency that Eric was giving out? Leslie's husband. He was giving out some like currency from Africa or
Oh,
something.
Zimbabwe.
It was like
Yeah. I still got
it was
one.
like $2 billion bill.
Yeah, I got $100 billion bill
Yeah.
from Zimbabwe.
And they're just like
It's worth
like
like 50 cents.
It's like $1 or something. I also have a bill that's like 10 million dongs, and I think it's
Yeah, you do.
Filipino money or something.
Are you talking about William Burkle?
Shroot bucks. Yeah, shroot bucks are a thing too.
Yeah, they're done bucks are just like shroot bucks. They have the same value.
Completely worthless. Ah!
John
So
goes
I
in
was
here.
telling Braden this just before we went on air. I bought 15 hat blanks plus the ones I got back there so we can make hats for the event.
Scrumptious. I'm excited.
I think we'll just give them away.
Austin, one of the reasons we brought you on was clearly to show you what a tight ship we run, throw in an event that will completely obliterate yours and Workbench Con and Maker Camp and all of them. We have upwards of 18 confirmed maybes. Okay. So yeah, take that.
Suck it.
Love it. What is going to be happening at this Maker event? I don't know if I've heard of it yet.
You probably have.
You probably heard of us.
Well, I was expecting the publication to come out soon, but
I get it. No,
sit down.
he's pretending to help us pitch it. I like what you're doing. This is great. Yeah, it's the Midwest Maker meetup. May like the month, because it's in May. Because there's no events in May.
I got that. Don't need to explain it, but I got it.
It's funnier when I explain it.
Just like any joke.
It's really not.
Essentially, we're meeting up in the most inconvenient city in the world, Omaha, Nebraska.
No. There's an airport right by where we're meeting up.
I have to drive to the second furthest airport just to get a direct flight, Dan. I don't want to hear it.
You're the one who wanted a direct flight. I mean, you could have done a couple of hops.
I'm sorry, princess. Who's the one that always insists to fly into LaGuardia because you guys don't want to do a layover?
That's not the same because there's two of us, so really only we're getting half of a direct flight each.
Anyways,
to make one.
We're digressing.
Math.
We just wanted to throw together a get together in the Midwest somewhere, and we couldn't decide on a location. So I'm flying out to these guys, and we're like, "You guys want to turn this into a meetup?" So we got they actually have a dope spot. It's what is it? The Omaha Makerhood?
The Omaha North Makerhood. Yeah, there's a bunch of
Dan, what's there? Pitch it.
There is a bunch of makers downtown. It's right next to the baseball stadium where they host the College World Series.
Okay.
There's a glass blowing shop. There's several wood shops. There's a reclaim shop. There's a refinishing shop. There's a bunch of different makers down there. There's upwards of like a dozen different maker shops down there. It's a really cool area. It's all old and it's all brick buildings and stuff.
So
it's cool.
We're gonna take advantage and just hang out at one of the Omaha Woodco is hosting us, and we're just gonna grill some burgers and hot dogs, mess around. We're gonna do a raffle for Makers for St. Jude.
Karaoke speaker.
Dan bought a karaoke speaker.
Nice.
He actually ordered that before we started talking about the event, though. So this was just the excuse for the taxes.
Yeah, for tax write-off. We're basically throwing a tailgate party.
My wife is gone, so I can say this now. I bought it like 4 days ago, whatever, and I showed it in the story, and she goes, "How much did that cost?" I'm like, "Don't worry about it, baby. I bought it with the podcast money. It's for the meetup." She goes, "Oh, okay."
Oh my god!
It's for my shop, so I'm gonna use it in my shop.
You could have paid Sutton for a day's work for what that cost. Day's wages. But yeah,
which is funny because he had the day off today, and all he did was work in a different workshop for free.
Oh, that's mean of you. I felt like garbage this morning.
Oh, you should know some backstory, Austin. So Sutton, who inspired the hat, just a little Sutton.
Ooh, I like that.
He is Braden's brother and also Dan's shop help. So Dan has to pay for the services. Braden, tricks him because they're family.
And that's what family's for.
Yeah.
That's right.
You just Tom Sawyer him, right? Like, no, sanding's a lot of fun. I'll be right back. You keep doing this.
Technically, I didn't trick him. He texted me and said, "Hey, I've got the day off. You mind if I come work in the shop?" And I said, whatever you want. And then he was out there working the CNC, trying a bunch of ideas and just doing what he wanted to do, burning through my lumber. So he's got this idea that he's going to stick LED lights and some like contact sensors in pretty much every single product that can be made out of wood. Like he wants everything to have a light in it.
Is that like his thing now? He's just trying to.
It's his tism.
it's his tism. Just like coming over
and out to get put on a list.
Cable managing your entire desk wrong.
Yeah, Sutton's like a neat freak habit is basically that he just makes other people's lives better. Like he just looks and they're like, "You're living your life wrong. Let me fix you."
He's
He
like,
has
I'm a
fixed me
gift to
quite
the
a bit.
world. Oh, Nick did point out a good point here. You mean he's burning through your Dan scraps?
No, he's using like my actual lumber. The Dan scraps sit unused.
That is
Mhm.
just wrong. Make him glue up panels from the Dan scraps and use
Yeah.
those.
Or pre-pack the boxes.
I mean, technically, in the long run, it helps both of us because I'm gonna hawk the wares that he created at the
That's
craft fair.
kind of
on
what I mean.
Saturday.
He was working on his own thing yesterday, and I was like, "We're taking it to the craft show, so it's fine."
I don't care what you do, as long as you don't mind it going away when I sell it for any amount of money.
These guys have a weird relationship of taking stuff out of each other's shops, and it's
This is
some loose
a true
currency
this is a true
is
commune.
used.
This is a commune at work. Like this is
Communism.
socialism in the best form.
I think this is like a 2 or 3 man cult at this point, Braden. I don't know if it's commune. Praise be.
So another side hustle that Braden has is he goes to Dan, takes his scraps, his Dan scraps, and then boxes them up and ships them out as certified Dan's craps or Dan scraps for people to, glue up cutting boards and things like that.
Sure.
And it's supposed to be, very organic, like whatever Dan's got, that's what we're shipping out. Except when Dan runs out of exotics and Braden literally has to buy lumber, rip it down to random sizes, and put it in a box to supplement.
They're not even certified pre-owned Dan scraps at that point.
Yeah,
Like,
you can't put it. You
Yeah.
can't put the little check mark in
Dude,
the box.
it's
for
like-
those ones.
can't.
It's
I
like
can't.
you run a vegan bakery, like a micro bakery, and now suddenly there's too many orders, and I just have to use regular flour and eggs and stuff. They won't notice.
They won't know it's real chicken.
We've got endless scrap wood that we just give away to students, so I know
Yeah.
the feeling.
I mean, there comes a point where you got to do something with it because you don't have the time to process it yourself, and it's big enough for other people, but like you can't use it for what you do,
Yeah.
right?
Right.
And that's the problem I have, and Braden comes in and helps me with that.
Yeah,
If I don't give it to Braden, I'll give it to other local people.
I would imagine you guys get a ton of scraps at the school.
Yeah, I mean, truckloads.
Dang.
I mean, it's a
Oh.
lot, and especially with sawdust too. We've been trying to work with the city for a long time, trying to figure out what to do with that, but haven't found a good solution for our sawdust.
Yeah, I think
Hamster
your
beds.
problem is like 100 times worse than mine.
Well, there's
Probably.
also with sawdust, it's such a quite literally a mixed bag sometimes because you're not always just getting like pure fluffy shavings. You're
Right.
you're
Wait a
getting
minute.
MDF, plywood, sometimes a glue up or whatever. So it gets a little funky.
Yeah, and you've got we don't do anything with exotics, but even things like walnut can be toxic to certain types of animals. So you kind of
Mhm.
rule yourself out of some agricultural things. And then we were almost had a way to get rid of it with someone was growing mushrooms, but then we couldn't have any plywood or any MDF dust in any of it because it was eventually going to become a edible mushroom.
Mm.
If you were to like just truck it outside the city limits into like the rest of Texas where there is no laws and no regulations, doesn't the whole problem just kind of go away? Like just dump it on the side of the road or whatever?
That's
Well,
my
the-
understanding. There's no laws once you get out of
Yeah,
the
like
big
Austin
cities.
is the only place that really cares, and then the rest of Texas is just like, F it, we've got East Texas. Like there's always more land.
Well, if you know anything about Texas, if you're 5 feet off the road, you're in private property, and dumping on somebody else's private property in Texas is not a good idea.
Hmm.
Be very particular about that.
Well, just private property rights are
Yeah.
definitely a big thing in Texas.
And from my understanding, people carry weapons.
I've heard
Quite a bit
that.
in Texas.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Allegedly.
again, there's so much land in between. Like the bullet would never reach you. That's how the physics work in my head.
You could just watch the bullet land in front of you and peter
Yeah,
out.
it's just like it kind of like rolls up, and you're just like, "Cool, see ya."
That's why you got to just aim real high.
And then you like launch a firework into the air and drive off, singing, some Toby Keith song. It's been a long time since I've been in Texas, and it was pretty much.
I'm not sure you should go back. I don't know.
I don't get the Thanksgiving invites to the Texas side of the family anymore.
Not since the
maybe you
incident.
should stop dumping sawdust in their yard, and they'll invite you back.
Yeah,
That's
jerk.
the thing. I don't dump literal sawdust. I just dump opinions.
Oh, dude, speaking of sawdust, my dust collector starts beeping today. I'm like, oh, okay. It's probably just getting full.
Weird
I open it
flex,
up.
Your dust collector beeps. Okay.
First of all, it shuts off and beeps, and like it doesn't beep loud enough for me to hear. So sometimes I'm like cutting, and I'm like, what? Like, why is there so much dust in here? Oh, it's been off for 5 minutes. Cool. But it started beeping, and I immediately go over. I'm like, all right, let's check this out. I open it up, and it is overfilled, which means it's because it's that gyro, the Harvey dust collector. It means it's in the filters. Filters are solid. I don't even have to check them. I already know because that secondary bin, it's got the big bin and a little bin. Secondary bin was overfilled. I'm like, you know what? F this. I'll deal with this weekend.
Is there also a bin that's just right?
The big bin was just right.
You got the big bin.
The big bin is in London, right?
Just right?
Yeah, and then the little bit. I don't know why they have the two bins. It's so annoying.
You guys, my joke was so great, and you acted like you didn't even
It
hear
was pretty good. Big Ben.
Thank you. Come on.
Silly.
Oh, fun fact about Big Ben. The Mount Everest piece from WorkbenchCon made it to Vectric today.
Oh, it did. Awesome.
And I thought for sure that sucker was coming right back to me because I forgot to tape the customs paperwork to the outside of the box like you're supposed to.
Nope.
Luckily, tariffs. So I don't know. Insert some joke. There's something there.
Dude, I get so annoyed with shipping international because, like, depending on where I'm shipping from, it's either one label or it's like a pamphlet of like customs forms and stuff.
Right.
And like you have to insert, and I keep forgetting to buy like the foil envelopes that you can put the stuff for customs in there. It's like, but why is it a one label and like one time? I don't know if it's a country specific thing or where I'm using, like what website I'm using for shipping, but it's annoying.
I think it's country specific.
Well, I hate it.
Austin, Max brings up a good point. We do have a solution. It's not exactly the most like time efficient way, but if you do drive all of your sawdust and scraps out to Yellowstone National Park, there is a 1 square mile area that's not covered by any jurisdiction. You can do anything you want.
You keep talking about that.
It's a real
Anytime
place.
sawdust
It's a real
or
place.
murders come up.
There's no laws.
Wasn't there a movie about that where you can just do whatever you want for a day or something like that?
I think that's The Purge. It's a little different, but not that different.
It's not called Yellowstone.
They should have the purge, but it's just for dust from dust collection.
What'd you
Like
do with your
sawdust.
Purge time?
Like,
Who'd
I
you
do-
kill? Nobody.
I
just
dumped it on
offloaded my
Becky's
sawdust.
yard. Take that.
I dumped all my scraps in some private property, and I dumped a bunch of used motor oil down the sewer drain.
Ooh.
Been
this
sitting
guy.
there, couldn't get rid of it. Not going to drive it up to AutoZone.
Dude, I actually learned that.
Chris Lamoureux
What did you say?
got his AWP shirt today. Goodwill's gonna be psyched.
Oh, damn. It makes a great, like,
Sure, sure. You do what you want.
yeah,
with it.
whatever you want. By the way, Dan, I like your shirt.
Except that, like, don't do that. Take the sleeves off. Make it just you'll look jacked.
Dude, I can't remember the last time I did that to a shirt. I feel
Well,
like
that's because our bodies aren't the same as they are in our
you're
I was
right.
in my 20s.
We just can't pull it off.
The last time Dan did that, he recorded his debut album, Grizz the Recluse.
Okay, here we go.
By the way, do we have any questions in Discord? Oh, this one I think we. What? Oh, yeah. I like that. That's nice.
Where do you guys think this goes?
I bet you it goes to our Spotify.
It does not.
Oh, okay. Does it go to
Oh,
Grizz
no.
the Recluse?
Seriously?
I'll tell you, everybody's gonna love
Did
it.
you put that
except
album
Dan.
on
Is it on
on
Spotify?
Spotify?
Oh my god.
I don't know.
You
Sometimes
son
I
of
just
a
black
bitch.
out and things happen.
We accidentally
Accidentally.
accidentally turned Dan into a rap star and had AI generate all the music and album cover and everything, and completely by accident. Like I
Now it's
tripped
com-
and I was like,
now it's
"Oh
on Spotify by
no!"
accident. I had a feeling that's what that was going to be, Braden, but I didn't want to ask.
I thought it was gonna be podcast promotion, but damn, this guy, he's thinking outside the box.
Here, Dan, scan it with Spotify.
Oh, I don't even have Spotify.
Turn your volume up.
Hold on. Is that going to work? Oh, God.
Oh,
Oh.
does that work?
Okay.
Did it actually go to it?
Is that right?
We can't really hear it, Dan.
That's definitely not it.
Oh.
Conga, the Miami Sound Machine.
No, that's fantastic.
That's
but
a
it's not
great
right.
song.
Hold on, I don't have Spotify Plus. We got to get through this commercial. Discover.
That's it.
All right, while you do that, I'm gonna pull in questions. Dan, at least mute the commercial. It's so loud.
I'm muting it. God.
Jeez.
It's gonna be funny if I accidentally.
The thing is, like, if I play the commercial, we can legally send these guys a bill.
I don't think that's how it works.
We are bad at business.
Back at all.
We're awful at business.
Enjoy the next 30 minutes of
Austin's definitely like, what did I get myself into?
Right?
That's what everybody is like. As soon as we start the pre-show, we just we see the joy get sucked from their face as they realize that
we go
they've
rogue.
locked in.
I'm committed, but that's just how my face normally looks.
I got Rick rolled.
Was it Rickrolled?
Yeah.
Of course it is.
Oh,
Of course it is.
I thought it was Grizz the Recluse. I thought you put it on Spotify.
that would have been awesome.
No, but I'm not saying I didn't also start that process today.
Okay.
I've got like 7 other songs I got to generate. It takes time.
You've got a lot of things on your plate, man.
I'm not good at getting those plates that have like the dividers to separate out your food. It's just it's a
No,
platter.
you're one of those guys that spin plates on those sticks constantly.
You do
Just
always
waiting for
be
him to
working
fall.
on a lot of stuff all at once.
It's a wonder that I don't have more nervous breakdowns.
I'm just
Even
I'm
more?
I'm consistently in one.
Okay.
You just
Speaking
got to
of nervous
maintain.
breakdowns, do we have
Yes,
There you go, Max.
questions?
I've been trying to play a question. We only have one question from Alex Adams.
Oh God. That's all
I'm
right.
hoping it's good. Let's play it real quick, and then we'll keep going from there.
Hey guys, I thought that you were gonna have a guest this week. I don't see Austin. I can't find him. It's like, where's Waldo? I mean, oh wait, no, there he is. I
Oh
found him.
God.
I bet he's never heard
Anyway,
that.
on to my question. So I'm almost
sorry,
done
Austin.
refinishing a full church of pews with hard wax oil,
Pew.
and the client quote said, "It needs to be shiny." Even though I provided them with a finish sample months ago that exact same person approved. Anyway, I need your help on finding a way to add a clear coat on it that might add or improve the sheen. The rub is they don't want me using any spray finish because they're going to be nailed down in place in the church. And so they want me to use some type of wipe-on clear coat. I do have some ceramic coating, but I don't know if that'll be shiny enough for them. So I'm looking for a couple other options of clear coats that I could do to bring up the sheen.
I have options.
Damn.
You're not going to hear them now. Not until the actual podcast.
Yeah, we'll answer it later.
I'm just gonna say, because this is a joke and not an actual answer, so it's safe. Gloss finish is boastful, and the Bible talks an awful lot about that. So you'd think a church would want something a little bit more subdued, a little bit more like a little bit more
Humility.
man of the cloth, a little more humble.
Yeah.
Matte finish.
Have you humble and so have you seen any church ever? They're all about the looks, decorated.
That's
I've been
why they
going to
call it
churches.
gaudy, right?
Gotti. That's actually pretty good.
I mean, did you see the Pope? He got that drip.
The drip. Oh, too
Well,
soon. We can't. Yeah. Had.
There's a joke in there somewhere. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
He did have that drip.
now he's just dripping.
Oh.
That's not a joke. That's a makes
Sorry.
me sad.
Sorry. That was bad. I'll
Um,
show myself out. I apologize.
Jesus Christ wouldn't like gloss. So dumb.
So
Did
that's
we
the real
actually
answer.
that question, or that comes up on the podcast?
So we'll
That's in the podcast. We'll
yeah.
actually answer it.
This is
Although
the whole pre-listening live.
The pre-show started by we would get together and just listen to questions and pre-screen them to make sure they weren't racist or any stupid stuff like that. And we would have a good time, and we'd be like, we should do this live. This is a good idea. Let's pre-screen the questions live so that we can tell that they're not bad, and then record a show where we could get rid of them while we're recording if they are. You see the twisted logic there?
We didn't say we're
So
smart.
that's podcast for look up the answers to then tell
Yeah,
the actual podcast. Is that it?
Yeah.
We'll Google it, and then
I'm gonna have Chat GPT come up with something so I sound smart.
Here's the thing: we're allocating the time for Googling. Will we? No, we're gonna pull answers out of our
No.
butt.
No.
I mean, experience. I should call my experience my butt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Your butt has a lot of experience.
Sitting. It does.
Just sitting.
Sitting.
All right. This could take a different direction. If
Oh,
you
we
wanted
can.
it.
Speaking of directions.
left.
Hold on. Before you do that, I got to tell you about this dream I had. Speaking of your butt.
Oh my God!
Wait,
no.
is it
No.
another one where
No.
are you dreaming about kissing
No.
Braden again?
No, I will not relive this nightmare.
Dan had a dream the other day, and Braden was in it, and it got dark.
Oh,
No,
no.
there was
don't talk
nothing
about-
dark about it. It was romantic.
I did not enjoy it. It was not consensual.
It was pure romance.
Wait, I want to jump back to the Popening. I love a good conspiracy theory because oftentimes I'm just like, you guys really thought outside the box on this one. There's a bunch of them going around now that like the next pope is the last pope because like there's only so many like spots where they paint it in the like the 16th chapel because the first 15 were trash. And there's all these like random things. The world's gonna end,
I heard
Judgment Day, all that stuff. And I'm like, is this another one of those like the Mayan calendar? This is the end of the world, but it just turns out that just like it's like the end of their calendar. Like it's
I saw on TikTok where not your damn nuts Nostradamus predicted that this is the last pope.
I
Lost your
I feel
damn
like
nuts.
I haven't heard that name in a while. I feel like
Nostradamus.
remember
when he was like all the rage in like the 90s? Like
he was trending on
Nostradamus
Twitter.
predicted this. Who is that guy? I think he's made up.
JD Vance killed a guy. It's crazy.
All I know is if this is gonna be the last one, they better pick a good pope.
Better pick a good one.
Better get a good. Although convicted cardinal demands to be part of conclave to choose new pope, setting up Vatican standoff.
Oh no.
What has happened? What
What
is the world?
what is going on with the world?
I'm not convinced that every single website is not the Onion at this point.
Oh, yeah.
This is all chaos.
I wish they would pick another Polish pope. Pope John Paul was lit. He was cool. I remember the first time I heard that like a pope speaks like 9 languages. I'm like, that's crazy. And then I learned that like just regular people do that too. Pope. Oh
So
no,
I'm on Google and I just typed in new pope just because that's going to get me where I want to go. Apparently there was a TV show in 2020 called The New Pope. And so it shows the cast and I just saw Jude Law, Pope Pius the 13th. And I was like,
What?
Jude Law was a pope? Like there was a moment where Jude Law was a pope in my mind, like in my world.
Yeah.
And I was like,
You can do it.
Jude Law was a pope?
something's wrong here.
Why did he quit?
That's a hell of a resume. Also, I thought there was only one pope.
Oh god.
Vice Pope.
Now that is a show I would watch. Vice Pope.
Vice Pope.
I'm down.
Like
The popening.
the Pope, what
Oh,
was it, the
it's-
West Wing or whatever?
Or just
Or
take,
Veep.
take the show Veep
Yeah, Veep.
in the
Yes.
conclave.
Call it Peep.
In that like regard, you could call it poop.
Hmm.
Veep.
I get it.
Wing.
I get it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
let's use this chat to brainstorm those ideas.
Law and
The
Order,
best
Vatican City.
Catholic political
We had
comedy drama.
we had my wife's friend over who is actually a pastor in the
Pope?
Lutheran church, I think, which is like close to Catholic, but not exactly. Anyways,
as
I'm not a religious person.
baptized Catholic and raised Lutheran, not quite.
I mean, it's closer than like some other sect of Christianity.
Lutheran is basically
Whatever.
like the Midwestern version of Christianity. Like it's a lot
really?
of
Okay.
casseroles. it's
Anyway-
Wait, I
jelly.
thought that was
Anyway.
Mormon.
anyway, we started talking about the Pope situation, and we were going back and forth, and she goes, "You know a lot about the Pope and the conclave and everything." Like, I didn't expect that coming from you because she knows I'm not religious.
Because she
And
thinks
I
you're an
was like,
idiot.
Oh, yeah. I was like, oh, everything I learned about the Popal Conclave is from that Dan Brown book, Angels and Demons, or the movie.
Da Vinci Code?
The Da Vinci Code.
Da Vinci Code.
And listen, it just as good a place as any to learn about that stuff.
That's how I
It's
learned.
Fairly accurate, you know.
Yeah, but I've got to give the winner to Curb Your Catholicism.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah.
That's a good one, John.
I learned everything that hold on, sorry.
Oh, he lost. He's
brain
lost
got
it.
caught.
He's done.
My brain jumped.
Game over.
Beep boop. Did you lose
I learned
connection?
I learned everything that I know about the Pope from National Treasure. That's what it was.
Was he in
Was
that
it-
too?
No, which so now it's not funny because I don't even have the comedic timing of he's not in there.
Okay.
What was the other one?
Well, Braden ruined the show, so
Was it-
now we got to go.
All right, good night, guys. See ya.
Didn't
See you
Euro
later.
Trip have something about the Pope?
Did
It
it?
did.
Yeah, right.
Here's the thing: they have to pick a Pope named Scotty at this point.
Scotty doesn't know, though.
So, well, they get to change their name, so like they could be any name, and then you just like it's Scotty the Fifth or whatever, right? Because they always it's always like name and the number.
Scotty, or the first four. Don't
It
know.
doesn't matter. No,
He
just
doesn't
it
know.
sounds edgier. Yeah, like the
Listen,
16th Chapel.
Ezekiel, this is your chance to reinvent yourself. It's a new school, and now you're the Pope.
I love how we always talk like we're not going to talk religion or politics, and we always find a way to talk about it without being like
Without
any kind of like one side or the other. We just make fun of all politics and not make fun of religion, but
Damn, AWP just
Maybe.
pulling all their material from chat. Well, we got to get it from somewhere, Max. So keep chatting, please.
oh yeah.
you know what?
What
Just for
are you
that,
sitting on?
Max, I'm gonna put you in timeout.
No, don't
Say
stop
hi
putting
to
everyone in
Alex.
timeout.
Is Alex currently in timeout?
He's in a permanent state of timeout.
Perma timeout.
Yeah, he knows.
You know, it's gonna get to the point where one day we're just gonna have a moderator that needs to. Alex, you want to be a
I
moderator?
thought that's what Emma was gonna do.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Yeah, but then
Emma's
she had
job.
a baby with
What
her
the heck?
boss. Gross.
Ooh,
Garbage.
That's my wife.
Juniper could be the new Pope. Like if it's the last one, we should get one with like a little bit of runway on it.
You think they would choose a female pope? Yeah.
Hear me out. Hear me out.
They gotta revamp.
What if
the
we
image.
tell them that she's a he?
No, that's DEI. We can't do that anymore.
Oh,
You're already
we
trying to
didn't.
date them, my daughter.
we kind of do a weekend at Bernie's situation.
This is getting out of hand. Geez.
Weekend at Vatican City. There's a show title.
That
Hmm.
Nice.
with Austin Waldo.
Guest star. Yeah.
Scotty doesn't know with Austin Waldo.
I gotta say, I have played around with the idea for a couple of years of I wanted either a firehouse or an old church to then turn it into like a woodworking space.
It's a
I think we all
stellar
have those
idea.
dreams.
Oh, I drive by gas stations
We
like
all
that are
have those
empty,
dreams.
and I'm like, a gas station. If I didn't have a wife and child who like the finer things in life,
Yeah.
I could
Buy
be
a gas
totally
station.
miserable
Uh,
and happy.
A friend of mine right here in Omaha, Braden, bought a gas station and turned it into a photography studio. It's really awesome.
Well, see,
I'm sorry,
but here's the
Nick
thing.
Nick Brim does not have a gas station photography studio. So
I have
who the
other
F
friends.
Are you talking to?
I have other
Daniel?
friends.
Yeah,
Believe
Nick
it or
Prim also
not.
just went to another city with other men. Like, what the F? We're his
Am
only
I the
friends.
only one dedicated to not having other friends?
Oh, I'm right there with you. It's just us.
Oh no. We see your stories. You name drop. You're all about town, Pete.
Listen, I just know a lot of people.
We
We were on a break. That's funny.
Max is upset because he's also not other men.
Yeah, at least we have
That's
some
funny.
good people that are going to be at the meetup. I'm really excited. It's less than a month away. That's
God dang, really?
yeah. It's I'm pretty sure. I think it's the
3
17th,
weeks?
right? About 3 weeks.
17th? Yeah, 3 weeks away.
Oh, yeah. So
Yeah.
we gotta pick Austin's brain because we need to know what to
We
do.
should start
Take
planning
away.
stuff.
What can we do so last second that we've only got like 3 weeks to do it? If we're starting
Buy a
from
karaoke
nothing?
speaker.
We do have one speaker, karaoke speaker, not like a person to talk.
I don't have a
Right.
mic yet though, so I'm working on it.
I think the
It
key
didn't come
is
with a mic.
you
You
have
should
it.
definitely do those belt sander races that you see every once in a while.
Oh,
Actually, great idea.
That's a fantastic idea.
Yeah.
have a crappy old belt sander. I'd be willing to.
Look at
You
that.
gotta
He's,
soup
throw
it
into
up.
the-
Though.
He's
It can't
given
just
us-
be a regular belt sander.
yeah, a little overdrive.
I need to Jackmanize that thing.
Put a little what do they call it? A little turbo on it.
There you go.
So just go-
Overclock it.
That was my high school nickname, Little Turbo.
Oh, the little Dan that could.
Listen,
Smooth belt
hey.
sander race.
He's enthusiastic, and that's what matters.
I'm very enthusiastic.
Just happy to be here.
He means well. All right, why don't we jump into the show prep?
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't think we
Yes.
have any other questions that came in,
Mm,
unless there's any last minute ones. No. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna jump into
I don't see
the
any
show.
last minuters.
No, nothing came in. Make sure to tune into this one. We're gonna drop some early access stuff. I'm putting words in your mouth now, Austin, but we're gonna talk about the stuff that's gonna happen at
giving
the
it away.
Woodworking Festival, giving it away for free. And we're gonna tell you what's coming up with that. And if you're in Austin, obviously we're gonna talk about the woodworking school as well, which is pretty dope. And I feel like we always get asked questions about starting a makerspace and all that stuff. So we're gonna pick your brain a lot about that. So. And then next week, it's just us girls. It's just us. We're going to have a non-guest week. Those are always fun, too. It's nice to finally catch up and see what's on our benches, right?
Oh, Pete's gonna be pissed.
Why?
I booked 3 more guests.
Yeah, we're going to bump them. Immediately. I'm just going to bump them. I'll call them myself if I need to. I need a week with just the boys. It's nice.
Oh,
Yeah, it's nice to reset once
or
in a while.
wait a minute. Or is this like we need to talk type
No.
of situation?
Dan's
This
like,
is
are
gonna
you
be one
mad?
of those, the boys, his other friends thing.
Right.
Be quiet.
We need to talk.
This is where we find out that next week Pete is also driving to Chicago to have pizza with Max and Alyssa Reed.
And Nick Brim, not you guys.
What the heck?
That's it. All right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll see you all next week. Love y'all. Bye, bye, bye.
Bye 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 bye.
Bye.
Love you long time.